Week 14 NFL Sunday preview keys of the game. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Final 5 weeks of the NFL 2022 NFL regular season. Let's get right into it. 2022 Week 14 NFL Sunday preview keys of the game starts right now. Yeah, here we go. And with that, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed. We've got the Week 14 NFL Sunday preview keys of the game. First, we're going to talk about the buys for this week. The Bears are 3-10 are on a bye. Saints 4-9 are on a bye. Colts are 4-8-1 are on a bye. Falcons are 5-8 are on a bye. Packers are 5-8 are also on a bye. Commanders only team on the bye in last week of bye weeks actually 7-5-1. So yeah, that is it for bye weeks. So after this week, well, it's going to get busy. I'll just say that because there's going to be games on Saturday next week. I'll just spoil it there. But we'll get to that next week, obviously. But this is the last week for buys for sure. And obviously, looking at the playoff projections coming into Week 14, NFL Sunday, Bills at 9-3. They're on a 1 seed. Eagles also 11-1 are also a 1 seed. Chiefs, Vikings 9-3, 10-2 are your 2 seeds. Your 3 seeds are the Ravens and 49ers, both at 8-4. Titans 7-5. Bucs 6-6 are your 4 seeds and your final division winners. The division leaders going into Week 14. Bengals 8-4 also on and the Cowboys at 9-3 are the 5 seeds. Dolphins 8-4 and Giants 7-4-1 are both your 6 seeds in the AFC and NFC. AFC obviously the Jets at 17 and the Seahawks at 7-5 are also 17. Teams that are realistically in the hunt, we've got the Patriots at 6-6, Commanders at 7-5-1. Chargers, I guess Commanders aren't in the playoffs. Chargers at 6-6, Lions 5-7, Browns at 5-7, I guess. Maybe the Falcons, maybe the Steelers. That's all I got there, guys. You could say the Packers, maybe, and the Raiders are probably out. That's all I got there, guys. Let's get right into the video. And our first game is a matchup between the Browns and the Bengals. Obviously, the Browns are looking to win. What is it now? They're 7th out of their last 8 against the Bengals. Yeah, it's been pretty dominant. They obviously blew out the Bengals on Halloween at home, 32-13. They blew them out here last year, 41-16, in front of the whole country, and they also beat them. They actually 2 years ago they lost them 33-23. The Browns did in Week 17 to them, but they also beat them in 2018 here. So yeah, the Browns have had the Bengals number to say the least. The Bengals scores coming this one an 8-4, 6 seed in the AFC. Maybe no 5 seed. Browns 5-7. They're looking to win their 3rd straight. This is a game they need to win. 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, of course, our streaming services. Announcing this one will be Greg Gumbel, Adam Archuleta, Adrian Ross. So it is a big game. Looking at the coverage map, you've got it's in yellow. So yeah, basically just Ohio area for some random reason. Part of Louisiana. That's all we got for this one, guys. Let's get right to the Browns projected starting lineup. For Cleveland, of course, Deshaun Watson, the quarterback, Nick Chubb, Curry Ryan in the backfield, Amari Cooper's questionable downfield, Jones David Bell, Demetri Felton Jr., receiver, Anthony Schwartz, Jakeem Grant Sr., Isaiah Weston on IR, Jesse James is on IR as well, David Njoku at tight end, Jared Wolf Jr. at left tackle, Joe Batonio, Isaac Frola, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Wyatt Teller, Jack Conklin are across the offensive line, Ethan Pope, Joe Higg, and Michael Dunn on IR. If I didn't say Jesse James was on IR, he is. Myles Garrett, Judy Van Connie, Alex Wright, Isaiah Thomas off the edge, Chris Odom and Stephen Weatherly both on IR. Jordan Elliott, Tavon Bryan are both healthy though. JOK, Deion Jones, Jacob Phillips, and Anthony Walker Jr. both on IR. Tony Fields II is also healthy with Sione Takitaki being on IR. Denzel Ward, AJ Green, Martin Emerson Jr., Greg Newsom II, John Johnson III, Grant Delpit in the secondary. Their kickers, Kid York, their punters, Corey Bojorquez, Jalen Darden is their punter returner, their kicker returners, Jerome Ford, and Charlie Hughes and long snapper, which Jakeem Grant Sr. being on IR. And for Cincy, Joe Burrow, quarterback, Joe Mixon, Shamaji Piran, both in the back, Jamar Chase, Tyler T against Tyler Boyd, all receiver, and versus out. Mitchell Wilcox is there, probably will start. Drew Sample is on IR, Jordan Williams, Cordell Volson, Ted Karras, Alex Campbell, Leo Collins, cross the offensive line, Ben Brown is on IR. Samaji Piran will be the 3rd round back as well. Defensively, got Sam Hubbard, TJ Reader, PJ Hill, and Trey Henderson, Joseph Osai, Cam Sample, Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt, Akeem Davis Gaither, Eli Apple, Mike Killen, Trey Flowers, and Cam Taylor Britt, H.W. Woods, he's on IR, Von Bell, Brandon Wilson's out, Jesse James III, Tyson Anderson is on IR. Evan McPherson is your kicker, your punter, Drew Chrisman, your punt returner is Trent Taylor, your kicker returner is Chris Evans, Cal Adominis is your long snapper, Clark Harris is on IR. And now for the Browns offense, run the ball 30 plus times again. They've done it pretty well this year, but I really do think they got, I would say limit the running game, but don't make it the huge part of your offense. Because I actually think the Bengals will score on you because your defense has been pretty bad. Well, my bad. Their actually defense has been playing well. But against really good offenses, their defense has not been great this year. Deshaun Watson, 2 total touchdowns. He needs to get a couple, just have one, I guess. Under 2 turnovers, I guarantee he'll turn it over once. Just don't make it a big deal. And 25 plus points, they're going to have to score a lot of points, in my opinion, to win this. See if they can. For this Browns defense, come up with a big stop in the final 2 minutes of the half. I don't care. They've got to keep this thing under control if they're going to win. Under 10 points as well, which, if things go their way, you know what, it could happen. And again, a defensive touchdown, which probably won't happen, but again, I want to see if they can do it. Let's get to the Bengals. And for the Bengals offense, shotgun flat, my bad, shotgun flat combos, 5 plus plays. That's how receivers are going to get freed up underneath. Might open up some deep stuff. 20 plus touches for the Miami P-Rod. He is the lead dude. Well, he's not the lead dude. That's actually no makes sense. But he needs to get a lot of touches. 30 plus points as well. They got to score points. I mean, that's simple. Bengals defense, don't give up big plays because again, it's Deshaun Watson. He's rust. And cover the boundaries 15 plus yards from scrimmage. That's where they're going to want to put the ball on those short routes. Or not short routes, really long curl routes. The long developing. Those are throws that Deshaun Watson can hit in rhythm. So do not give him those throws. That's all I got for the Bengals. Let's get to the next game. Ravens-Steelers. Here we go. And in Pittsburgh today, the Steelers, the 5-7, are looking to take advantage of a really weak Ravens squad who will come into this one leading the division because of a tiebreaker at 8-4. The Ravens need to win this one, I think. If they don't, they'll get in some really hot water. Again, kind of like last year, they really want to avoid losing this game, of course. With Lamar Jackson expected being doubtful. Well, it's expected not to play whatever. He has a strained PCL, 1 to 3 week injury. 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus. Those two are your streaming services. Obviously, announcing this one, we've got Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, Melanie Collins, another B game for these AFC North teams. It's in green. It's basically most of the middle East Coast. Getting a little middle part of the East Coast. Yeah, basically that's what you got there. Maybe not all the way to the coast, but that's all I got for this one, guys. Let's get right to the Ravens projected starting lineup. For the Ravens, Lamar's doubtful again, so Tyler Huntley probably will start. Jacob Dobbins is back off the IR, of course, with that scar tissue. With that scar on his tissue, of course, with his torn ACL. Gus Edwards is back up. Kenny Drake, Justice Hill there as well. Devin Duvernay, Marcus Robinson, Deshaun Jackson, a receiver. Tyler Loss, Rashad Bateman, both on IR. Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, both at tight end. Patrick Ricard is their fullback. Ronnie Stanley, Ben Powers, Tyler Linderbaum, Kevin Zeitler, of course, same thing with Patrick McCarry. Antoine James, obviously being on IR. Morgan Moses there. Ben Cleveland might have to start. Defensively, Justin Madubuike, Travis Jones, Calais Campbell. JPP, just used Tyus Bowser, Dafe off the edge, who has only had 2 sacks this season. It's been a tough year for him. Patrick Queen, Christian Welch, and Deshaun Phillips, all questionable. First, second, third string, all middle linebacker. Roquan Smith, and Malik Harrison, and Josh Bronze being the healthy linebackers. Vince Beagle, Michael Pierce, Stephen Means, John Ross, and Josh Ross, my bad. Dalen Hayes, across the front 7 are those guys on IR. Secondary wise, you got Marcus Peters, Brandon Stevens, Kevon Seymour, Marion Williams, and Marlon Humphrey. Marcus Williams, Kyle Fuller, both in IR, and Darryl Worley is out for this one with Chuck Clark and Geno Stone being the starting safeties. Kyle Hamilton, of course, healthy as well. Justin Tucker is their kicker. Their punter is Jordan Stout. Duvernay is their returner, and Nick Moore is their long snapper. For Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett, a quarterback. Najee Harris in the backfield. Jeremy Nichols is on IR. Deontay Johnson. Oh yeah, Jalen Ward's there as well. And Benny Stone Jr. But Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, Steven Sims, a receiver, Anthony Miller, and Calvin Austin, the third, are both on IR. Pat Fryermuth is the tight end, of course. Connor Hayward, Zach Jones will sprinkle in there once in a while. Derek Watt, of course, the fullback. Dan Moore Jr. is your left tackle. Kevin Dotson is your left guard. Your center is Mason Cole. Your right guard is James Daniels. Jumbo Wilkfor is your right tackle. Larry Ogunjobi, Montravius Adams, my bad. Cameron Hayward, TJ Watt, Alex Heisman, Jameer Jones, Malik Reed, Devin Bush, Miles Jack, James Pierre, Aaron Mallett, Levi Wallace, Cameron Sutton, Mike Fitzpatrick, and Terrell Edmonds are in the secondary with William Jackson III being on IR, Carl Joseph, Carlos Patel, and Akel Witherspoon also on there too, with Chris Olave being on IR, Matthew Wright being your kicker, your punter is Presley Arvin III, Steven Sims is your returner, and Christian Cutts is your long snapper. And yet, Presley Harvin weighs an astounding 255 pounds. For Baltimore, run the ball 40+ times. Again, this is their offense. Like, yeah. Kyle having 5 steps over 10 yards. He's got to push the ball downfield. They're not going to be able to run the ball if he can't do that. 50+ blocking / target plays where Margaret Andrews is the key guy. I think I did this with George Kittle maybe a couple weeks ago. I don't remember. But yeah, Mark Andrews needs to be the guy on at least 15 plays. That if he isn't, then they won't win this game. Ravens defense 10+ sacks. It could actually happen. Yeah, they need to get pressure every single play, and they need to finish every single play. The Steelers, if they run the ball, I'll bet $40 they're not going to be able to run the ball. Ravens defense, just tee off on them, and you'll get like 10 sacks. Like that'll win you the game. Okay, let's get to the Steelers. For Pittsburgh, yeah, okay. Najee Harris, 30+ touches and 200 yards from scrimmage. That's a big ask, but he probably can do it somehow. Deontay Johnson, touchdown. He hasn't had one of those in so long. And convert 3+ times in the red zone for a touchdown. Yeah, they're going to have to be efficient in the red zone, but they're going to have to score as well. It can't just be like, yeah, 1 for 1. Steelers defense, get good red zone defense. What I mean by that is like, yeah, give them a touchdown if they give them a touchdown, but at least like put up a fight. 30% or less touchdown conversion rate, that would be statistically at least. And under 35 minutes possession as well. If they give up like 32, they don't have the ball as long. I still think they might have a shot because the Ravens offense is actually probably worse than your offense this week, and your offense isn't very good. So yeah, that's all I got for this one, guys. Let's get to a game that could be interesting. Jags Titans, let's go. And in Tennessee today, the Titans are gonna look to chip off a 2-game losing streak as they come into this one at 7-5. After that 5-2 start. Yeah, 5-2 start. Yeah, they've lost 3 out of the last 5, 2 in a row. Yeah, they want to win this one. Jags scores a 4-8. Yeah, they're not very good, but you never know. They could win this game. 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, are your streaming services. Announcing this one, Andrew Catalan, James Lofton, and Amanda Runner probably will be there the rest of the season. I really don't know. It's a C game, so it's in Orange. Yeah, I mean in Georgia, northern to meet part of Central Florida with Alabama, part of basically half the northern half of Mississippi, like very eastern part of Arkansas with sprinkling a little bit up north, maybe middle, and Tennessee, obviously. That's all I got for this one, guys. Let's get right to the Jags projection starting lineup. And for Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence is questionable. Quarterback C.J. Beathard, his backup, obviously Travis Etienne, and JaMycal Hasty on the backfield. Where's Darrell Henderson Jr.? Oh, they caught him? That was bizarre. Okay. Maybe the Rams will pick him up. Probably not, though. Christian Kirk, Marvin Jones Jr., Jamal Agnew, receiver. Zay Jones is questionable. Willie Johnson is on IR. Calvin Ridley suspended. Evan Ingram, Chris Manners, both the tight end. Karen Robinson, Tyler Shalley, Luke Forner. Brandon Chirpin, Juwan Taylor across the offensive line. Ben Barch on IR. Florenzo Fotocassi, Devine Hamilton, and Roy Robinson Harris across the offensive line. Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker, Deshaun Dixon, and Shaquille Quarterman off the edge with Caleb Chase on Jordan Smith holding on IR. Chad Malma's out. Devin Lloyd, Floyd Saloa coming there anyway. Tyson Campbell, Darius Williams, Chris Clay-Brooks, and Montero Brown there. Shaquille Griffin's on IR. Anderson Coast questionable. Daniel Thomas is his backup. Rashawn Jenkins is strong safety. Riley Patterson is your kicker. Their kicker, my bad. Logan Cookie is their punter. Jamal Agnew is the returner, and Ross Magic is the long snapper. And for Tennessee, Ryan Tannehill, quarterback. Derrick Henry, Dontrell Hilliard in the backfield. Inside Haskins is questionable. Ronnie Cannon is on IR. Robert Woods, Nick Westbrook, Akeem, receiver with CJ Board being out. Treylon Burks being out, Reese McMath, Cody Hollister, and Kyle Phillips all being on IR. Austin Hooper, Chuzuva, Okonkwo, tight end, Dennis Daly, Aaron Brewer, Ben Jones, Nate Davis, and Nicholas Petit across the offensive line. Jamarco Jones, Taylor Lewan, both on IR. Jeffrey Simmons, Tier Tar, both questionable. They're Edward Jr. and Daquan Jones are their backups, my bad. Kevin Strong is the right defensive end. Nico Audrey and David Long Jr. both out, so Olaya Nenhai and Monty Rice will be expected to step up. Jashawn Hand, Harold Landry, third chance, Campbell on IR, Sammy, which is Zach Cunningham. Dylan Cole, Buddy Pre, Rashad Weaver all healthy though. Roger McCreary, Terrence Mitchell, Caleb Farley is out for the rest of the season with a back issue. He can't stay healthy again. That was something that many people thought, like, oh, he tore his ACL at Virginia Tech in college. Like, I mean, you're right about that. That's the reason it's been a tough for him. Trey Avery, Christian Fulton are both out, and Elijah Bolden and Chris Jackson are both on IR, so they'll be rocking with 3 quarters. Amani Hooker and Kevin Byard, thankfully, are healthy. They'll Lonnie Johnson. Josh Johnson, Elijah Molden, Chris Jackson, AJ Moore, again, all on IR. They got a lot of injuries. Brady Bullock is your kicker, your punter, Ryan Stonehouse, Robert Woods is your punter, your kicker returner is Dr. Hilliard. Block stabber is Morgan Cox, was not asking, questionable. CJ Board out, Kyle Phillips, racing me Mathbles on IR. Okay, for the Jags offense, 50+ positive plays, like, just no unproductive plays against the Titans. That happens. You should be able to have this because the Titans are brutally beaten down on defense, and they got a lot of questionables. You should be able to get a lot of positive plays. 50+ third down conversions as well. They've got to have a really good third down conversion rate if they want to win this. 3+ 40-yard plays as well, explosive plays will help out. They got shut out here last year. If you didn't know, that's why I'm putting a lot of crap on them. Jags defense, focus on the A gap. That's where the Titans are going to want to run it. And hope Derek shows mercy, because he will get some big runs, and he will run all over you. Hope he just doesn't go too hard. Titan time. Yeah, hand the ball to Derek, and you know what'll happen, because he'll just run it. Titans defense, 4+ sacks. You got to get after Trevor. You got to finish. And aggressive reads by the linebackers, the Jags won't score more than 2 touchdowns. The reason I say that is because they will score if they get a little too aggressive. It's bound to happen, but it will make up for itself at the end. The ROI will be there. Let's get to the Texans and Cowboys. Now this game is just I don't even want to do this one. I'm trying to do this as fast as I possibly can. Okay, the Texans are 1-10-1 going to Dallas to take on the 9-3 Cowboys. These two teams played back in 2018, and it was actually a really good game. I think the Cowboys won in overtime. It was a pretty low-scoring one, though. Games at 1 o'clock on Fox for that NFL Plus. Our streaming service supports this game. Of course, when the Cowboys aren't on national television, it's probably because they're playing a terrible team. And what are they playing? A terrible team. Okay, announcing this one will be Kevin Kubler, Mark Sanchez, and Laura Oakman. This game, of course, we're going over to the Fox coverage map. My bad. It's in blue, Dallas area. Yeah, that's literally all that you're getting for this one. Oh my God, there, guys. Let's go right to the Texans projected starting lineup. Houston's going back to Davis Mills at quarterback, with Kyle Allen playing worse than my grandma at quarterback. And yeah, I have a grandma, and she's better than Kyle Allen. I guarantee it. David Pierce, Rex Burkett, both there as well. Brandon Cooks, Nico Collins, both out. Chris Moore, Amari Rodgers, and Philip Dorsett. Third, John Mechie has not played a game this season, being on PUP list because he has cancer. Hope he can recover well, though. Jordan Hicks, Perfect Jordan, both at tight end. OJ Howard, Tegan DeQuincy, Ariano just sit on the bench. Trey Harrison's question with Larry Tunsil, Katie Green, Scott Rosenberry, AJ Brown, AJ Khan, and Titus Howard there. Roger Curry's questionable. Justin Brennan out defensively. You got Obadiah Okoronkwo starting. Jerry Hughes, Mary Lazarus, Rasheed Green there. Jonathan Grenard, Derek Rivers, both on IR with Kurt Hinish being out, and Malik Reed, Collins, and Roy Lopez starting. Christian Kirk, Caesar, Jalen Reese, maybe Christian K. Harris across the defensive line, and Kevin Garrett Lewis is on IR. Steven Nelson, T.V. Thomas, Timothy the second, and Tremont Smith are there. Graylin Arnold is on IR. Derek Stingley Jr. is there, and he's out. Jonathan Owens, Joe Petrie there as well. Kevin Fairbrand is your kicker, their kicker, my bad. Their punter is Cameron Johnson. Their returners, Desmond King, and John Weeks is their long snapper. Cowboys got Dak at quarterback, Zeke Elliott, and Tony Pollard both in the back. Rico Dowdle's on IR. Semi Foco, Matt Wojcicki, Tyron Smith, Matt Fire. Sorry, butchered your last name, man. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Noah Brown, a receiver with James Washington finally being healthy. Nice to see you there. Dalton Schultz, Jake Ferguson, Peyton Hendershot, and maybe Sean McKeon at tight end. Tyler Smith, Connor McGovern, Tyler Beadosh, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele around at the offense. DeMarcus Lawrence, Derwin Thompson, Dante Fowler Jr., Sam Williams, Tarkaris McKinley back on the team with Chauncey Golson also there. Also Odigizua, Jonathan Hankins, Anthony Bard, Michael Parsons, Damon Clark might start with LVE being questionable. Devontae Bond, Devin Harper there. Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis, Isaac Taylor Stewart all on IR. Deron Bland, Jaron Kurtz, Donovan Wilson, Trayvon Diggs, Kelvin Joseph, and CJ Goodwin at corner with Brett Meyer being your kicker. Your punter is Kevontae Turpin, Brian Anger for your punter, and Matt Overton being your launch number, Chicken Quaid, Rico Dowdle, both on IR. Texans! What? Just... Okay, there's really no keys to the Cowboys, but don't blow it. I don't know what to say. If you lose this, you suck. Like, literally, you're awful. Cowboys defense, the expectation is 0 points. Yeah, literally don't give up a point. And if you do, like, what the heck? Unless you're up by 20, because, again, you probably want to show a little mercy, man. You haven't won the Super Bowl in so long. You don't want to roast yourselves, guys. Vikings, Lions, here the preview for that one. And in Minnesota, the Vikings beat the Lions in Week 3. And now they head back to Detroit for Week 14, in which the Lions are favored. Obviously, last year these two teams played here. Oh yeah, the Lions won. That was their first win of the season, 29-27 over the Vikings. The year before, oh shoot, yeah, the Vikings beat on 37-35, and that crazy Week 17 game was meaningless. Year before, in 2019, the Vikings beat them 42-30. That game was insane. Yeah, the Vikings played a lot of cool, crazy games in Detroit. So yeah, that's what I got there. Obviously, all the games are close. All the games are wild. That's one of the reasons this game is so cool. It's not in front of the whole country, which it should be. But it's on 1 o'clock on Fox Sports App, NFL Plus, or your streaming services. Announcing this one will be Kenny Howard, Jonathan Bullshit, and Snake. Same announcers for that Week 2019 game in which Marvin Jones Jr. caught 4 touchdowns in the 42-30 loss because the Lions defense is bad. It probably still is. Green, yeah, basically the whole northern Midwest. So yeah, that's what we get in the game. I mean, if you live in Montana, I'd want to watch this game. No, I really don't know what they do there. I'm being completely honest with you. That's all I got there, guys. Let's get right to the Vikings projected starting lineup. Vikings, Kirk Cousins, the quarterback. Dalvin Cook, Alexander Madison, Melvin Backup, Ty Chandler, Thomas Hennigan, Irv Smith Jr., both all on IR, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, and Tyler, TJ Atkinson, Johnny Munt there. CJ Jam is at fullback. Christian Harris, or Garrett Bradley, both questionable. So, Blake Brandel, and Austin Shotman might have to start. Urgent Cleveland, or Ed Ingram, Brian O'Neill, all there. Dalvin Thomas and Harrison Phillips there. Jonathan Blunt's out. Ross Blacklock might have to start. And Kenny Wilkins is an IR. Simply Andrew Booth Jr., Lewis C., Cameron Dantzler Sr., and Caleb Evans. Harrison Smith is also questionable. Daniel Hunter, Sirius with DJ Warner, Patrick Jones, the second off the edge. Eric Kendricks, Jordan Hicks are your middle linebackers with Patrick Queen, Duke Shelley, Shannon Sullivan, Chris Barnes, and Chris Boyd, Josh Matulis, Josh Medalis, and Cameron Bynum being there. Greg Joseph is their kicker. Their punter is Ryan Wright. Their returners are Jalen Rager and Keen Nwangu, and Andrew DePaul is the long snapper. For Detroit, For Detroit, Jared Goff, quarterback. Nate Sudfeld is questionable. Craig Reynolds, Quinton Cephas, Training Benson, and Humble Vite are all on IR. Evan Brown's doubtful. Kayode Osakia is out. Khalif Raymond's questionable. DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams are both active. Amon St. Brown, DJ Shark, and Josh Reynolds are a receiver. Brock Wright, a tight end. James Mitchell, his backup. Jason Pinto is your fullback. You got Taylor Decker, Jordan Jackson, Frank Ragnow, Logan Denver probably start with Panay Sewell also there. Defensively got Romeo Okora, Lee McNeil, and Isaiah Bugs. Aiden Hutchinson also there with Josh Pascal, Jonathan Will, Le'Veon Wizurki, Julian Okora, and Charles Harris all there on IR. Romeo Okora hasn't played in like 2 years, so good welcome back. Well, he actually played this season, never mind. But in 2020, we had a good year. Like their defense was historically bad. He wasn't super bad. Malcolm Rodriguez, Alexander Deloney, James Houston, Derek Barnes is out. Will Harris is questionable. Same thing with Jeff Okuda, Mike Hughes, and Jerry Jacobs, and maybe Amari or you are away by display. Chase Lucas is out. Tracy Walker III, Bobby Price both on IR. Kirby Joseph, Deshaun Elliott all there as well. Michael Badgley is your kicker. Your punters, Jack Fox, Cleveland Raymond, questionable punter returns. So I'm Rusty Brown might have to collect punts, and Justin Jackson is your kicker returner with Scott Daly at the long snapper position. Okay, for the Vikings on with 35 plus points. They're going to have to score this one. They're going to have to put up a lot of points. Dalvin Cook, 3 plus 20, 30-yard runs. Yeah, he's going to want to run the ball, but it's not going to be super easy, so he's going to want to collect the big ones. Vikings defense, commit to stopping the run. You can't just be like, oh, maybe we should fit that. No, you got to completely fit it. If it means giving open a wide open receiver, I'm okay with it as long as you don't give up those big runs and just giving up touchdowns in the red zone off the ground game. With Sirius Smith and Daniel Hunter for over 10 plus total pressures, they gotta have a big game. Like, they gotta keep collapsing the pocket. But the reason I say that is because they haven't looked like very consistent the past couple weeks, and they're gonna play some really good teams for the next couple weeks. That's all I got there, though. Let's get right to the Lions. Okay, for Detroit, yeah, give Jared Goff some intermediate absence so he doesn't feel the pressure to manipulate linebackers with his eyes underneath. Because really, there's no reward in that. It's really high risk, low reward. It's really just not something he needs to do. And he's done it the past couple. He did it last week. I'm surprised they won because of that. But if they just get those intermediate options, he won't feel compelled to do all this other crap, which is the reason they won. Lions defense blanked the Vikings in the fourth quarter. 0 points. 0. 5 plus sacks as well. They need to put Kirk on his butt at least 5 times if they want to win this one. Big day for the Lions defense if they want to win. Let's get to our first national game preview. Eagles and Giants, the NFL on Fox doubleheader here in Week 14 starts from MetLife. life. Today we've got the Giants who come in at 7-4-1. They need to win this. Yeah, they actually still need to win this. Yeah, this is a must-win game for them. We can still lose and absolutely make the playoffs, but probably not gonna happen. This is the game it's a money game. They need to win it. Right now they're 0-2 and 0-2-1 in the division. A game they need to win. Eagles 11-1, yes, but they want to keep this thing rolling. They want to prove they're still really freaking good. Definitely more so for the Giants. With the Eagles, they got the Cowboys on their tails. They're only 2 games up on them. Games at 1 o'clock on Fox Sports App, NFL Plus are your streaming services for this national game. Yep, it is the NFL on Fox doubleheader game 1 in this Week 14 doubleheader. Announcing this one, obviously, will be Joe Davis, Daryl Johnson, Perry Oliver. That's their second team. It is an 8 game, so ESPN Radio will be Chris Carlin, Sal Pantaniano, and Corey Harvey. And obviously on the coverage map, it's the red, and it's going to a lot of the country. Other than parts of the Midwest, it's going to the whole East Coast. Most of the West Coast. And it's kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It goes like this. Woo! It's like a pathway. I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. That's all I got for this one, though. Let's get right to the Eagles projected starting lineup. And for Philly, Jalen Hurts, a quarterback. Gardner Minshew is his backup. Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott in the backfield. Trey Sermon is questionable. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Quez Watkins, the receiver. Jack Stahl at tight end with Dallas Goedert on IR. Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Jason Kelsey, Isaac Salomon, Lane Johnson across the offensive line. Brett Todd is out. Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat, Janarius Robinson off the edge, Derek Barnett, Robert Quinn, and Marlon Tapulatu all on IR, with Javon Hargrave and Fletcher Cox being the defensive linemen. As well, you've got Kaiser White, TJ Edwards, and Hassan Reddick on the defensive line. Sean Bradley is out. James Bradbury, Marcus Epps, Reed Blankenship, Darius Slay, Avante Maddox, Zach McPherson, Josiah Scott, all there in the secondary. C.J. Gardner-Johnson is on IR. Jake Elliott is their kicker. Their punters, Aaron Sippins. Their returners, Britton Covey, and Rick Lovato is their long snapper. And for the Giants, Daniel Jones at quarterback. Saquon Barkley is questionable in the backfield with a neck injury. He's expected to play, though. Matt Breida will start if he can't go for whatever reason. Darius Slay and Isaiah Hodgkins and Richie James, the receiver. Kenny Galladay and Marcus Johnson are both healthy now. Starting Trevor Warner, Robinson, Colin Johnson, all on IR receiver. Daniel Bellinger, Nick Vanette at tight end. Nick Vanette will get a lot of snaps. He's a good blocker. Decent receiver, not anything special, though. Below average. That's why he doesn't get signed. He's not like a number 1, but he will get snaps. Chris Myrick, of course, the fullback. Andrew Thomas, Joshua Zudu, and Shane Lemieux rolled out. Nick Gates will probably start at left guard. John Feliciano, Mark Lewinsky, Evan Neal all there. Ben Bredesen, Marcus McKeith, and all on IR. Any update on him? Wait. Designate Bredesen to return Sunday from blah, blah, blah. Ahead of the Sunday game versus Washington. So, I'm at a loss for words here. I don't know. Maybe he played. I really don't know what's up with him. I'm not going to say anything, but yeah. Think he's playing. I don't know for sure, though. I'll figure that out by the time we get to the season game. Azeez Ojulari, though. Dexter Lawrence. Leonard Williams is doubtful, so Henry Mondo might have to play. Davidson and Nick Williams both on IR. Kayvon Thibodeau, O'Shane Zimenez, Tamon Fox off the edge. Jalen Smith, Michael McFadden are the interior linebackers. Darren Beavers is on IR. Dory Jackson's out. Nick McLeod, Darius Williams, Cordero Fly, and Raven Monroe there. Julian Love and Dayton Bellin are the safeties. Jim McKinney is out. Aaron Robinson's on IR. Graham Gano is your kicker, your punter. Jimmy Gillen. Adore Jackson is out. Marcus Johnson and Casey Kreiner are also there. And for this Eagles offense, run the ball efficiently. Obviously, that's how their offense really works, but they actually definitely need to do it against the Giants. They weren't able to last year. Jalen Hurts got in some hot water. It needs to have 3 total touchdowns, in my opinion. They get 21 points out of Jalen Hurts. They should be able to win. This defense still needs to squeeze and collapse on the A and B gaps. They really want to stress that out on the Giants. They really want to make Saquon have to bounce it outside. And force Daniel Jones to throw long and short throws to get complete. Long, what I mean by that is throwing to the opposite side of the field. It's a really hard throw to make, and it's short. Like, it's not going to be for a lot of yardage. So, like, that is what they want to do. The way I don't know how they're going to do it specifically, but they've been able to do that with Taylor Heinicke on film. At least they were able to do that in the Monday night game. That's one of the reasons it was kind of close, I guess. But yeah, those long throws to the sideline across the field, those are throws they want to give them, because those throws are not easy to make. And if he misses on them, pick 6 the other way. But you want to be able to give those throws, so like you don't give up the easy stuff he likes to throw. And now let's get to the Giants. And for the New York, Saquon has to have a career day, 275 plus for scrimmage yards. Yeah, he's got to have a huge game against Philly. Of course, he's had that in the past, but he needs to have an even bigger one today. Daniel Jones has to be money on third down. Money, what I mean by that is he's got to be great every single third down. Got to be the guy. I will give you a first down every single time. That's what he's got to be. Giants defense now create spaces, tackle receivers in the open field. They can do that. They've got the guys to do it. Let's see if they can. Minimize possessions by not giving anything on the boundary. That's where the Eagles want to throw the ball. That's where Jalen Hurts wants to throw the ball. My bad. And over the middle, don't give them anything big, wide open. Don't give up any of that crap. They should be fine. Should be a really good game. Let's get to the next national game. NFL on CBS, Jets, Bills. Here we go. A rematch from Week 9. This game was the NFL on CBS doubleheader Game 1. Now it's simply just the NFL on CBS. CBS is single this week. Here we go. And on the NFL on CBS in week number 14, the Jets come in at 7-5, of course, with Mike White in a game they really want to win. Like, really, they're going to want to win this. Yeah, it's a big game. I'll just say that. It's not going to be easy whatsoever they go. They're going against the number 1 seed in the AFC, the 9-3 Buffalo Bills, who won 3 in a row. They're a pretty streaky team, though. Remember, the Jets were the first team to knock them off back in week 9, and that was just because their defense was great. Their offense didn't really blow it. They're going to have to play the same type of game plan, but they're going to have to be even better because it's in Buffalo. Games at 1 o'clock on CBS, Animal Plus, Paramount Plus, or streaming services for this national game. I'd say you get it. I don't know for sure, though. And announcing this one will be Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wilson, Sports USA, Josh Apple, and Brandon Noble. Look at the coverage map. It is in red, so it's maybe not it's scattered. It actually might not be as much as the blue in Kansas City, but it's going to a lot of country. So like it's basically New England and everything west. Yeah, basically everything west out here, like east, Midwest. After Indiana, all the way out there it is, and like obviously down south is a little different, but yeah. That's what it's an A game, so it's gonna go to a lot of country. That's all I got for this one, though. Let's get right to the Jets' projected starting lineup. Mike White's the Jets' quarterback. Michael Carter's Zonovan Knight in the backfield. Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, and Elijah Moore at receiver. Rodney Adams is out. Tyler Conklin, CJ is down by tight end. Nick Bowden's on IR. Dwayne Brown, Leah Thompson, Connor Montgomery, Nate Hairbank, George Fant. Max Mitchell, who I think he's dealing with something really serious. Hope he can be okay. No, I think it's blood clot issues. He's out. Greg Sennett's also out. Center go Benji, Elijah Vera Tucker, and Mekhi Becton are all on IR. Defensively, you got Carl Lawson, John Franklin Myers, Jermaine Johnson, maybe Bryce Hall at the end with Michael Cummins being questionable, Sean Rankins, and Quinn Williams along with Solomon Thomas all being healthy. Solomon Thomas has actually been playing pretty well this season, no joke. Quan Alexander, CJ Mosley, and Quincy Williams are the linebackers with Sauce Gardner, Jordan Whitehead, Dwight Marks, Joyner, DJ Reed, Brandon Eccles, Michael Carter the second. In the secondary, their kicker is Greg Joseph, their punters Brandon Mann, Braxton Barrows is their returner, Thomas Hennessy is their long snapper. And for the AFC East in the AFC's number 1 seed, the Bills, Josh Allen quarterback, James Crowder, G. Kumaro both on IR, Devin Singletary, James Cook, and Naheem Hines are running back. Stephon Davis, Isaiah McKenzie at receiver, with Dawson Knox being a tight end. Rich Gilliam, fullback, is out. Tommy Doyle is on IR, left tackle. Iggy Bodeger is out as well. Dawkins is questionable. So maybe David Glastonbury will start with Ryder Saffold, Mitch Morris, Ryan Bates, and Spencer Brown there. Gregor Rousseau's out, so Boogie Basham. And Shaq Lawson will start. AJ Epinesa and Jordan Phillips are both out on the defense line. Down there, of course, out of the season with that torn ACL, getting surgery on it. Tim Settle and Albert DeQuan Jones. Oh, there as well. Terrell Bernard, Tremaine Edmonds, and Tyler Dotson if Matt Milano can't play because he's questionable. Christian Benford and Micah Hyde are both on IR in the secondary. White, Teron Armstead, Kyrie Elong, Xavier Rhodes, Jordan Poyer, and DeMar Hamlin are all healthy. Xavier Rhodes, a big pickup there, see what he can do. Tyler Baskets, your kicker, your punter, Sam Martin. Your returners are Naheem Hines and Isaiah McKenzie. Reed Ferguson is your long snapper. And James Crowder's on IR. And for the Jets, Mike White can't turn over the football. I think it's pretty simple. That's the reason they lost last week. Really, it was. He was able to do all the other stuff he was supposed to. Just don't turn over the football, Mike White. I think you guys have a chance. Obviously, last year, in that 45-17 shellacking of the loss, Mike White threw 4 interceptions. Big reason they lost. Also, their defense got torched. Jets defense sauce has to shut down Stephon Diggs like he was basically able to do last time. Frustrated Josh Allen with the very soft 2 high coverages. Yeah, very soft. Literally, like just dare him to throw the check down every single time. He probably won't. He'll get impatient at one point. Now let's get to the Bills. If we're Buffalo, yeah, convince the Jets they'll just run the ball, which they will. Then take a shot when it's actually necessary, not when you want to. Like, it's not going to be like that. When it's necessary, what I mean by that, you get down by a couple of scores, which they probably won't be. I'd be surprised if they did. But if they did, that's when you can take shots. Bills defense, force Mike White to move around. Yeah, he's not the most mobile quarterback. You get Garrett Wilson contained outside the numbers. When he gets outside the numbers, he doesn't do a lot because there's a sideline. But when he gets inside the numbers, he can just turn upfield and do whatever the heck he wants. Don't let that happen. Now let's get to our first Week 14 NFL late afternoon window game. Here are the Chiefs and Broncos. And today, in the late afternoon regional window, the Chiefs at 9-3, looking to bounce back after a tough loss on the road against the Bengals. Head into the Denver to face the second worst team in the AFC. And the second worst team in the NFL, the 3-9 Broncos, who have lost 5 in a row. Games at 4:05 on CBS, Paramount, NFL Plus, or streaming service, probably Paramount Plus as well. It is a B game with Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, and Evan Washburn announcing. Sports USA, Larry Kahn, and Doug playing. Should be a blowout, but again, it actually could be close with the defense that the Broncos carry. It's in blue. Yeah, Kansas City, in Denver, you'll get the game, so that's good there. Parts of the other country will as well. Really random that New Jersey will get it, but who the heck cares there? And yeah, that's all I got for the game info on the Chiefs and Broncos. Let's get right to the Chiefs projected starting lineup. Oh yeah, I forgot to add this. I think the Chiefs will go for their 14th straight win against the Broncos, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, Mahomes is a quarterback. Checo, Jared Gannon in the backfield. Clyde Edwards is on IR. Ronald Jones probably a couple carries. Michael Harmon, Justin Ross, Blake Bell also on IR. Juju, MVS, and Justin Watson, probably Sky Moore, maybe Ramirez Smith or set third receiver, with Kadarius Toney being out. Travis Kelce tight end, Michael Byrne being a fullback, Noah Gray, Jody Fortune also there at tight end. Orlando Brown Jr. at left tackle, Nick Algrenny will start if Joe Tooney can't go because he is questionable. Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith and Andrew Wiley all healthy. Lucas Niang has really struggled with injury this season, and yeah, that's why he's not starting. George Karlaftis, Chris Jones, Caleb Saunders, and Frank Clark all there. I'm surprised they're not got benched. I guess Caleb Saunders is being better than him in practice. Mike Dana and Carlos Dunlap are there as well. First, Brandon Williams first signed a couple weeks ago, maybe this week, really don't know. Tayshaun Wharton is also on IR. Willie Gay, Nick Bull, and Carlos Dunlap all at the defensive line spots. Trey McDuffie, Justin Reed, Jawan Thornhill, Jerry Sneed, Josh Williams, and Jalen Watson in the secondary. Harrison Bucker is their kicker. Their punter is Tommy Townsend. Kadarius Toney's out at punt returners, and Justin Watson will start there. Isaac Pacheco is their kick returner. And their block snapper is James Winchester with Michael Hardman on IR. Denver time. Russell quarterback. Latavius Murray, Mike Boone, Marlon McIntyre, Chase Edmonds, KJ Hamler, Tim Patrick, Garrett Bowles, Casey Tucker, Lloyd Cushenberry, the third, Billy Turner all on IR. Kevin Cortland's son out, so Brandon Johnson, Montreal, Washington will step up with along with what is called Jerry Jeudy and Kendall Hinton. How many catches do you have? He actually has a decent season, like no cap. He doesn't have a touchdown though. Like no one does. Drake Dulcich, at tight end. Andrew Beck is out. Dorn Riser is questionable, so Calvin Anderson, Graham Glasgow, Luke Weinberg, maybe Quinn Minor, Cameron Fleming. And defensively, you got Draymond Jones, Deshaun Williams, and maybe Matt Henderson with DJ Jones being questionable. Baron Browning, Azumia, Uzarkie is questionable. I'm sorry, I butchered his name. But Baron Browning, Jonathan Cooper, Jacob Martin, Nick Benito off the edge, Randy Gregory, Christopher Allen, Jonas Griffith, and Aaron Patrick all on IR. Alex Singleton, Joseph Jewell, both healthy middle linebacker with Dakota Allen being out, Justin Strahan being questionable. Patrick Tan, Demir Mathis, Asik Bassi, and Darius Phillips. Caden Stearns, Ronald Darby, both on IR, K'Wan Williams is out. Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons at safeties. At the safety position, Brandon McManus is your kicker. Your punter is Corliss Waitman. Montreal Washington is the returner, and Jacob Moyer is the long snapper with Mitchell Farabani, and KJ Hamler both being on IR. For the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, 5+ rushing attempts. I want to see him take off a couple times. Isaac Pacheco, 5+ plays in the slot. Give him a chance there. That's how I think they'll be able to score some points. And I'll rely less on Travis Kelce because he will get shut down by Justin Simmons. Because Justin Simmons, he's probably the best safety in the NFL. Chiefs defense, continue to play good red zone defense. They've been able to see if they can continue that. But don't get burned over the middle on third down. As much as I think Russ of this Broncos offense sucks, the one thing they will do is take advantage of some opportunity or some, I don't even know. Let's get to the Broncos. And then for Denver, take 50+ shots. I don't care. Just keep airing it out left and right. Russ has to tuck the ball 5 times as well. He's got to go back to his old self if they want to get back in the swing of things. Which they won't be able to, obviously, but you never know. Broncos defense, continue the outstanding run fits. I think they'll be able to do that, but it's got to continue. But contain Patrick Mahomes first. If they're able to, I don't care if they get 4 rushing yards, but if they contain Patrick Mahomes, I guess I said so. Okay, Panthers and Seahawks, here we go. Now we're in the Week 14 NFL late national window, and yep, the Panthers in the compliment to America's Game of the Week. Panthers at 4-8, coming off their bye with Sam Darnold looking to win get their second straight win, and third out of the last four are going up against the Seahawks, who they're in a wild card spot, and they want to win to keep that spot. 4:25 on Fox will have NFL Plus Earth streaming services for this game. Announcing this one will be, I don't mean Mark Slater and Christina Pinkett. It's a B game with Brian Custer and Kurt Morrison on ESPN Radio. And then, of course, we look at the coverage map. It is in blue. Northern Carolinas and Northwest. That's what's getting this game. So all I got for that, guys. Let's get right to the Panthers projected starting lineup. The Panthers, Sam Darnold, quarterback PJ Walker is out, and Matt Corral's on IR. Dante Foreman, Chuba Hubbard, both in the backfield. DJ Moore, Terrace Marshall Jr., Laviska Shenault Jr. at receiver. Andrew Roberts is on IR. Ian Thomas and Tommy Trumbull, both tight end. Giovanni Ricci is the fullback. Kevin Quanter, Brady Christensen, Bradley Bozeman, Austin Corbett, and Taylor Motocross defensive line. Pat Elfline is out defensively. On IR, and he's out. But Brian Burns, Jitter Gross, Marcus Henry Anderson, Marcus Hayden Sr. are across the edge, guys. Derek Brown, that's questionable. Marquin McCall or Brayvon Roy will have to start. Shaq Thompson, Damian Wilson, and Frankie Lavu. Corey Littleton is questionable. CJ Henderson, JC Horde, Keith Taylor Jr., and TJ Carter. Steely Thomas, Oliver III is on IR. Same thing with Dante Jackson. Xavier Woods and Miles Starfield, both questionable at safety. Justin Burris, Jeremy Chin might have to split there as well. Eddie Pinheiro is their kicker. Johnny Hecker is their punter. The returners are Josh Smith and Rasheed Blackshear. Gigi Jensen's their long snapper. Zay Gonzalez, their kicker, is on IR, along with Audrey Roberts, the returner. For Seattle, Geno Smith and quarterback. Kenneth Walker III is questionable on the running backs. And Chad Summer will probably start. Tony Jones Jr. won't get another carry. He's awful. DJ Dallas is also questionable. DK Metcalf is questionable. Receiver, Tyler Lockett, Marquise Goodwin, and Derek Younger also there. D.S. Cruz and Cody Thompson are both on IR. Will Disley is questionable. Tight end, Colby Parkinson, Noah Fant both there. Nick Blower at fullback. Charles Cross, Damian Lewis, Austin Butt, Gabe Jackson, Abraham Lucas across the offensive line. Shelby Harris, Al Woods, Peter Ford, Bruce Irvin, Chandler Wilson, Boy Moffitt, Darrell Taylor off the edge. Robinson, Darrell Taylor, Terry Smith all on IR. Ben Burke-Irvin's out, and Colin Gillespie is on IR. George Brooks and Cody Barton are both at the middle linebackers. Mike Jackson, Trey Brown, Tariq Woolen, Kobe Bryant in the secondary. Ryan Neal's questionable. Tease Tabor and Quan Diggs are there though. Josh Jones, Isaiah Dunn, and Jamal Adams are on IR in secondary. Jason Myers secured. This is an easier punter. DJ Dallas is questionable. Returner Tyler Lockett there. Kenneth Walker III, of course, questionable. And D.S. Cridge is on IR. Tyler Lott's also on IR. And Carson Tinker is your long snapper. And for the Panthers, Sam Darnold, 0 turnovers. I mean, he throws well, they suck. Like, they will literally suck. 3+ touchdowns as well. They got to score more than they did last week, 2 weeks ago, man. And 200+ rushing yards would be huge. They could run the ball for a lot of yardage, squeeze the clock out of this, and just squeeze the Seahawks and the clock would be huge. Panthers defense get pressure on Geno as he releases to force high throws, which is obviously a timing thing, but they definitely worked on that during the week. And under 15 points allowed, that's huge. They do not want to have their offense score a ton of points. They don't want to really have any stress on them either. When they do that, their defense just keep playing well. And now for the Seahawks, 50+ pass attempts with Geno Smith. He's got to throw the ball a lot, in my opinion, in this one. I actually really don't know why. I just have a feeling he's going to have to throw the ball a lot because I don't think the run game's going to be really anything in this one. But make sure it's quick. He's got to throw those pitcher out. I don't care if they have to sub-plan it for the running game. Do whatever they need to, but he's going to have to throw the ball out in this one. Make Tyler Lockett the guy with 12+ targets as well. Get him the ball as much as possible. force feed them. Seahawks defense, don't give up big lanes in the run game. You give up that, big runs. You don't want big runs. And how about Jordan Brooks by having a safety come into the box? Yeah, that is a little risky, but I don't think any of those Panthers receivers are going to get deep on him. And even if DJ Moore does once or twice, just pitch someone out back there to help Tariq Woolen out there. He's obviously a rookie going up against a really good receiver. Now let's get to America's Game of the Week. Tampa Bay heads to 49er land as Mr. Irrelevant meets the guy who was once irrelevant and is now the GOAT on America's Game of the Week. And on America's Game of the Week, the 49ers at 8-4 will host the Bucs, who are at 6-6, looking to, I don't know, win their second straight game. I don't know, have a better shot at winning the division. I really don't know. Then, of course, with Mr. Irrelevant, Brock Purdy looking to prove they're still a really good team. Obviously, games at 4, and look at the action with their 6 in a row. And first, it's America's Game of the Week. It's an A game. 4:25 on Fox. Fox Sports App, NFL Plus, our streaming services for this one. Announcing this one, obviously being America's Game of the Week, Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olsen, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi. Covers media, you got Troy Clardy and Brian Baldinger. And coverage map, basically the whole country except for, again, Northwest and the Carolinas. That's all I got for this one, guys. Let's get right to the Bucs projected starting lineup. Buck time! Oh yeah, Tom Brady quarterback. Leonard Fournette's questionable. Rashad White and Keyshawn Vaughn and Giovanni Bernard behind him. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones, receiver, Cameron Brate, K. Don at tight end, Donovan Smith, Nick Everett, Robert Hansey, Shaq Mason, Josh Bowles will start if Tristan Morris he can't play, but he probably will because he's doubtful. Ryan Jensen's on IR, Key Mix is questionable. Patrick O'Connor is behind him, Vita Vea, William Golston, Joe Tryon, and Anthony Nelson Jr., Avery Carl Hansen off the edge, Gilbert, Kim Gill both on IR. Devin White and Levante Davis both there. Evan, a linebacker. Jamel Dean, Carlton Davis III, Diamond Cullum, D. Deli, now all healthy with Sean Murphy Bonte being questionable. Both safeties are doubtful again, being Antoine Winfield Jr. and Mike Edwards. So Logan Ryan now and Keanu Neal will probably start. Ryan Suckup is your kicker. Is their kicker. Their punter, Jacob Martin, Scotty Miller's their punter returner. Chad White's their kicker returner. Zach Triner's their long snapper. And for Sanford, Brock Purdy, quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo, of course, is out. Probably won't play the rest of the season. Trey Lance is on IR. CMC, Jordan Mason, Tyron Davis Pierce, Devin Coleman in the backfield, Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Joanne Jennings a receiver, George Kittle, Tyler Croft, the tight end, Kyle Juszczyk, a fullback, Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, Jake Brendel, Spencer Burford, Michael Glenn, Seahawks, the offensive line, Samson Ebukon, Nick Bosa, questionable, Charles Mwanahu, Kerry Kyder Jr. and Jordan Willis or Drake Jackson off the edge. Does he even have a snap? No, he has 3 sacks. Never mind. What the heck am I saying? Maurice Hurst and Javon Killer both on IR. Kevin Givens, of course, and Eric Armstead are their defensive tackles. Kayla Davis is out, and same thing with Hassan Ridgeway. And obviously, Eric Armstead has 0 sacks this season. He hasn't really played a lot. Your good left, Fred Warner, and Aziz Al-Shire are the linebackers with Travarius Ward, Samuel Womack III, Abdulrahman Lenore, Dante Jackson, Avery Thomas all there. Tumu Funga, Jimmy Ward in the secondary with Emmanuel Mosley, and Jason Verrett being on IR, and Tavarius Moore being out. Robbie Goldie is your kicker, your punters, Mitch Wisnowski, Raymond McCall III is your returner, and Taper Pepper is your long snapper. Bucs offense, 20+ points. They gotta score 20+. They haven't done it they just haven't done it. They're gonna have to score 20+, in my opinion, to win this. But not only that, though, 0 turnovers, and then you're probably gonna win. Probably is a problem, not a yeah. Bucs defense, stack the box. That's number 1. But it's got to be 7+ every play because you know they're going to want to run the football. You know they're going to want to run a lot of those pitch zone schemes. Don't let it happen. And contain the run game as well. Yes, it's stacked the box, trying to blow it up, but you got to also contain it on the edge, being the corners and the safeties. Be disciplined back there. Time for the 49ers. Obviously, with the safeties being out there, in this one, being Keanu Neal and Logan Ryan, both guys who are literally both guys are literally, you could argue, are linebackers. It's not very advantageous because considering the other guys are really just, one's a ball hawk and the other's just a small dude that's really good. Yeah, you gotta realize that. But run the ball as many RPOs and options as possible. You really want to give Brock Purdy options so he doesn't have to panic if something happens that it just doesn't work out. You really want to make him comfortable. The way you do that is run as many RPOs because he's good with those and options. 49ers defense shut down Tom's first read. If you gotta make him think a little, and you do that, probably get sacked. And get consistent as well. You don't want to. I mean, you do not want to be. give him too many different looks. You want to know why? I know. Okay, same look. Tom Brady's going to manipulate it. Yeah, but you want to know what you're going to be doing? You're just going to be stopping at the same thing every single time. Relentless pressure from the interior as well. You want to make Tom Brady bounce outside. It's okay because you don't want to have to rely on Nick Bosa to get those finishing sacks because all the other guys can do it as well. Nothing against Nick Bosa because obviously he gets pressure as well. He's the catalyst for everything. But I can clean up a sack against Tom Brady. Like, he's really slow. Not just because it's Tom Brady, though. Sunday Night Football, here we go. And it's the second meeting between the number 5 and number 6 pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. Of course, coming into this year, we thought, the Dolphins could have had Justin Herbert. I don't know. Do they still want him? And on Sunday Night Football, the Dolphins will travel to SoFi Stadium and take on the Chargers. Chargers were 6-6. This is a game they really freaking needed to win. They've lost, what is it? Wait, didn't they start out 5-3? Let me think. So they were 5-3, right? Yeah, they've lost 3 out of their last 4. Yeah, that's just not very good. No, wait. Yeah, they've lost 3 out of their last 4. That's not very good. But of course the Dolphins, the Dolphins are at 8-4, tough loss last week. They're looking to bounce back. Gives it 8:20 at NBC Universal, NBC Sports app, NFL, Peacock, NFL Plus. There's a lot of streaming services for Sunday Night Football. All you need to know is that it's on NBC. Announcing this will be Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark, Universo, Andy Garcia, Marquez, and Rosario Cantu, Weston One, Ryan Rodishik, and Mike Golick, Anderson, Ricardo Silas, Tony Nunez. That's all I got for this one, guys. Let's get right to the Dolphins' projected starting lineup. For Miami, the two-leg quarterback Teddy Bridgewater's questionable. Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson Jr., Myles Gaskin in the backfield. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Trent Sherfield, receiver. River Craycraft is doubtful. Jeremy Smythe is questionable. Tight end. Mike Gesicki is behind him. Al Eagle, a fullback. John Lovett is on IR. Teron Armstead is questionable. Greg Little behind him. Robert Jones, Kyner Williams, Robert Hunt, and Brendan Schill there. Across the offensive line with Liam Eichenberg and Austin Jackson being on IR. Christian Wilkins, Raekwon Davis, Zach Sealer are the offensive line with Justin Zimmer being questionable, and Emmanuel Agla being on IR. Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, Andrew Van Ginkel, Melvin Ingram off the edge. Of course, Trent Flowers is on IR. Julian Roberts and Jerome Breaker are your middle linebackers with Xavier Howard, Aaron Guerrero, Javon Holland, Noah Inaghi, Kader KL, and Justin Bethel in the secondary with Byron Jones being out, Nick Needham, Trulis, and Brandon Jones being on IR. Jason Sanders is their kicker. Thomas Morrison is their long snapper. Tyreek Hill is their punter. Their kicker returner. Raheem Mostert and Mike Ferguson is their long snapper. And does Myles Gaskin have a carry of the season? Yes, Tech. And for the Chargers, my bad. Justin Herbert, a quarterback with Austin Eckler and Joshua Kelly both being in the backfield. Jalen Guide is on IR. Receiver Keenan out. Mike Williams will play with Joshua Cobb also there. Gerald Everett at tight end. Otto Barr, the junior, is on IR. Rashawn Slater and Isaac Weaver both being on IR. Jamari Saylor, Matt Fowler, Corey Linsley, Zion Johnson. Trey Pipkins III is doubtful, so Foster Cheryl might have to start. Defensively, we got Morgan Fox. Brady Foco, of course, with Sebastian Joseph getting injured last week. He is doubtful. Joker Gaziano might have to play. Covington, Agbadia, Agbadia is on IR, and Austin Johnson Fortsboro also there. Chris Rupp, the second, Khalil Mack, Derek Kuzek off the edge, Joey Bosa still on IR. Any update on him? Still gonna be time. That's not great. Kyle Van Noy, Andrew Tranquil are the middle linebackers with Michael Davis, Jusir Taylor, Asante Samuel Jr., Dante Leonard, or Kavon Hall will be there. Bryce Callahan is doubtful. Joel Jr. is doubtful. JT Woods probably will start. Sir Adderley also there. JC Jackson is on IR. Cameron Dicker is your kicker. Dustin Hopkins is on IR. Jacob Scott is your punter. DeAndre Carter is your returner. And Josh Harris is your long snapper. And for this Dolphins offense, okay, bounce back with 20+ rushing attempts. They got to run the ball at least 20 times, in my opinion, and no turnovers, which I think is very doable. But no, and I mean, you got to run the ball 20+ times. Dolphins defense, Atlanta Robert has to be more disciplined on when covering the B gap. He struggled there. It's because he's jumpy. I get it, but take a little off. And and forget about the big play as well. You give it up, you give it up, but the Chargers just don't. They just don't throw it, really. They don't do anything big whatsoever. And speaking of the Chargers, just run the darn football. I mean, if that's how you're going to play, just run the darn ball. Let's see if it can work. Chargers defense, you have to get the first big play, whether it's a pick six, a sack, again, whatever, or a 3 and out. You gotta be the one that can dictate first. You get dictated after that, I don't really care. Just set a good tone and, maybe you win. That's all I got for this Week 14 NFL Sunday preview keys of the game. Of course, I hope you guys enjoy all these Sunday games. Should be really fun. Obviously, a ton of NFL crap is going on right now, and hope you guys enjoy this Sunday. Hope you guys enjoy your Sunday. See you tomorrow. No, probably not tomorrow. See you on Tuesday.
Looking, stops, in trouble, and he gets decked at the 30-yard line. Wow, what a hit. And that's Perrion Winfrey lowering the boom.
Young football players, there is nothing good that happens back in the middle of the field. You never go back to the middle of the field as a runner. You've always got to stay in that alley.